5. We will finish it maybe in this week with big surprise. And then let's see the result about this fight and the result of the big.
I always feel like there's pressure on Moses now to look incredible every single fight.
Absolutely, and people keep mentioning this fight with...
It's official, Turki Alalshikh has just confirmed Moses Itauma versus Daniel Dubois for December 13, and the boxing world is already buzzing with excitement. A young powerhouse meets a proven contender in a fight that could shake the heavyweight scene.
Big fight in the history of boxing, then 2 more fights in 26. Don't miss with the line.
Moses Itauma has reached a stage where every time he steps into the ring, the world expects fireworks. The talk around a Okolie matchup shows how much belief the boxing world already has in his power. Even analysts now predict he will capture world gold within a year, which speaks volumes about his rapid rise and fearsome reputation.
Going to get stopped by Moses Itauma inside 5 rounds.
Ooh! That's the clip right there. Can we clip that, please, producer? You think so?
Yeah, I do. And also, Moses Itauma is world champion by the end of next year.
See, I need... There's a lot there for me to take in.
Turki Alalshikh is clearly shaping the future of the sport by creating stages where young fighters like Moses Itauma can shine. This announcement is more than just a fight date. It is a statement that the new generation is ready to take over. The opportunities ahead could change the entire landscape of heavyweight boxing, and Moses is right at the heart of that change.
It is something amazing. It will beginning I think the end of this year or the beginning of next year. Then I have the details. It will be potential for the young generation to have a chance to be professional fighters.
The confidence surrounding Moses Itauma is incredible. Analysts now speak of him as if he already belongs among the elite, comparing him to proven heavyweights like H.R. Govic and Parker. The idea that he could stop those names shows how much power and promise people see in him. When experts mention Moses versus Dubois, it no longer sounds like a fantasy, it feels like the fight that must happen.
Okay, we all think Moses is that special. I agree. World champion next year is interesting. Can I play a game very quickly before we wrap? So Moses Itauma right now versus Hrgovic, who wins?
Moses Itauma. Stoppage inside 7 or 8 rounds.
Moses versus Joseph Parker.
Might be life and death that right now, but probably Moses Itauma.
This is incredible. Moses versus Daniel Dubois.
Ooh, Don Charles isn't going to like me for this, but Moses Itauma.
Lawrence Okolie's words carry weight because he has shared the ring with Moses. Hearing a top-level fighter admit that the hype is real tells you everything about Moses Itauma's skill set. He has speed, composure, and the kind of focus that separates special fighters from the rest. Everyone wants to see how he performs under the bright lights, but the belief in his mindset is already unanimous.
I mean, obviously, he's a competitor, he's a rival. He's the young one that's getting a lot of attention and blasting people out. You just landed in the heavyweights, Lawrence. When you think of Moses Itauma, what do you think of?
Yeah, I think of pretty much what everyone else is saying. Obviously, I've sparred him, I've seen him, and it's not fake. Like, it hasn't come from out of thin air. The guy's actually really good at boxing, I'll be honest with you.
Yep.
So we have to obviously wait and see how he does the rounds, see how it is under pressure of fight nights. But ultimately, from everything that I know of him, he's got a good mindset. And
Johnny Nelson captures the psychology of this matchup perfectly. Both Dubois and Itauma carry their own hunger and pride, and neither wants to show weakness. This fight is not just about belts or rankings, it is about proving who truly stands at the top of British heavyweight boxing. The anticipation comes from knowing both men believe they are destined to rule.
AJ understands that also. There's talk of that fight happening now this year, and again it's talk. You've got two fighters that don't need to fight, two fighters that really believe they were the best fighters in the world, that have to come to terms with it mentally. Two fighters that you know, we probably want the fight more than they do. So with these two fighters, it's a choice. It doesn't.
Frank Warren knows talent when he sees it, and his words about Moses Itauma hit differently. When a promoter speaks this confidently about a young fighter, it means he sees something rare. Moses is not just knocking people out. He is doing it against experienced names with poise and control. The maturity he shows inside the ropes is what truly separates him from his peers.
Once, but I'm talking about with somebody who doesn't fiddle around, somebody who actually would like to get him in the latter rounds and is capable of knocking people over. You know, he's a puncher. You've seen him do it, and he's done it well.
Daniel Dubois sounds fired up and ready for war. After the criticism following the Parker fight, he is desperate to silence doubters and prove he still belongs among the best. His tone shows frustration, but also determination. That hunger makes this clash with Moses even more dangerous because Dubois knows one explosive win could restore his entire reputation.
I heard a lot of people saying that after the Parker thing, that I'm ducking people, but right now I just want to deck someone.
So you'll have any one of those names right now?
Hey?
I said you'll have any of those names right now?
Line them up for me, I want them.
Eddie Hearn's reaction perfectly captures the tension around this matchup. He respects Moses Itauma's ability, but knows how dangerous Daniel Dubois can be when motivated. At only 20 years old, Moses is facing a massive leap in competition, and Hearn's words show that even the most experienced minds in boxing understand how delicate this stage is. The balance between confidence and caution defines every great fighter's journey, and this is that moment for Moses. If he pulls it off, it will not just be a win, it will mark the true beginning of his era.
Or he might knock him out, I don't know, but personally, at 20, you know, you got to get it right. And Frank, like I said, Frank knows what he's doing, and I think I'd be very surprised if they took that kind of test.
Anthony Joshua's praise carries serious weight because he understands what greatness looks like up close. His acknowledgement of Moses Itauma's talent and team structure highlights how quickly the young fighter has earned respect among champions. When someone of Joshua's caliber admits that Moses might edge it, it signals a shift in the heavyweight landscape. Joshua has been there, seen everything, and he knows when something special is coming. This kind of validation turns hype into reality and raises expectations for what Moses will do next. The boxing world is watching closely because they can sense something big on the horizon.
Around him, honestly, and you're only as good as your team, but I think he's got a really good team around him after being in the ring with him and studying him, still studying him now. I think that he's the one to edge it.
Peter Fury's analysis is both respectful and realistic. He recognizes the raw potential Moses Itauma possesses while reminding everyone that the true test is still ahead. What makes this praise powerful is the honesty behind it. Fury is not easily impressed, yet he lists every key trait a champion needs and admits Moses has them all. His remark about not being tested yet builds anticipation for December 13th because that is when the mystery ends. For a man of Fury's experience to say the future is big for Moses means something. It adds even more intrigue to what is already a defining moment.
He's got speed, he's got power, he's tough, he's game. He ticks all the boxes so far. So let's see. Again, he's young. You know, he's not really been tested because what he's doing to these opponents. So let's see, it's early days, but big future for him.
Tyson Fury's words come with the authority of a man who has ruled the division. His message is clear. The new generation has arrived, and Moses Itauma represents that shift. By naming Usyk, Joshua, and others, Fury is drawing a line between eras. He sees Moses as the youthful storm ready to blow through the aging champions who once defined heavyweight boxing. When a man like Tyson Fury calls you the next to dominate, it creates a buzz that even the biggest promoters cannot manufacture. His endorsement feels like a passing of the torch to the next big name in British boxing.
Boxing is a young man's game. Like I told Vladimir Klitschko when he was 37. Boxing's a young man's game and he waits for nobody. So here's the opinion, you've heard it here first. Moses Itauma will wreck all them old men out of the division. Usyk, AJ, Miller, whoever there is who's old, Zhang, whoever else there is, Luis Ortiz, all these big names of the past are all a spent force. And even the world champion now, if they took my belts and give them to Usyk, Moses will wreck him. Because he's a young man versus an old man. An old man can't...
Moses Itauma's calmness before the storm says everything about his mindset. He is not chasing knockouts, he is chasing perfection. The maturity in his words stands out because most young fighters speak with aggression, but Moses speaks with focus. He knows power alone will not carry him through the biggest challenges, strategy and patience will. That kind of discipline at his age is rare, and it explains why veterans and legends are backing him. He treats every opponent like a test, not a target, and that mentality could be the very thing that separates him from every other prospect in the game.
Fight for 1 or 2 rounds. Like, I'm prepared to go for 10 rounds. If it goes that, it goes that. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But like these fights that I'm going into, I'm not going into them thinking I'm gonna knock him out in the first or second round. I'm going in.
When Roy Jones Jr. compares you to Mike Tyson, the entire boxing world takes notice. His words are not just compliments, they are recognition of something special. Moses Itauma fights with that same raw aggression and efficiency that made Tyson a global icon. He wastes no movement and every punch carries intent. What makes this comparison even more thrilling is that Jones understands greatness better than most. To see that spark in Moses means the potential is undeniable. Fans can already sense the aura of a young destroyer forming. The energy surrounding him is the kind that builds legends.
I like Moses a lot. Moses reminds me of a young Mike Tyson. And what I say that is in the fact that, or in the state that, if you put a guy in front of him that he can hit, he gonna get him out of there. And Dylan White was a guy that he could hit, he got him out of there. So that's the same thing Mike did on his way up. I like that coming from Moses because it gets us excited because we might have another guy that can be almost what Mike Tyson was. That's a beautiful thought right there. He may get better, he may not get there, we don't know. But the fact that we see the potential.
Daniel Dubois sounds locked in and ready for redemption. His tone shows confidence, but there is also a sense of urgency behind his words. He knows this fight with Moses Itauma could either revive his career or end his run among the elite. Dubois has the experience, the power, and the hunger to make this a real test for the young star. For him, this is about pride and proving he is still the man to beat. Every word he says carries the energy of someone who refuses to be written off. That edge will make this clash even more intense.
So, Daniel, you're in the office for a meeting. Is there some fight news coming soon?
Yeah, big news announcing soon, so, you know, I'll let these guys talk about it, but I'm going to be well up for it and we're coming back.
Frank and Sam, we're excited for Daniel's return.
I'm more excited by his t-shirt.
Yeah.
Big news. It's going to be a tough fight, a good fight, quality fight. Everybody's going to love it when they hear it. It's a big, big fight.
Yeah.
Daniel, you're excited?
No, I'm 100% ready to go.
Johnny Nelson's comments reveal the deeper issues that have followed Daniel Dubois for years. His words suggest that mental strength, not physical ability, might be the true difference between him and Moses Itauma. Boxing is not only about punches, it is about how a fighter handles pressure, voices, and expectations. If Dubois cannot fully control his surroundings, that weakness could cost him when the lights are brightest. Moses, on the other hand, seems composed and independent, focused only on his craft. That contrast could decide the outcome long before the first bell rings. Mental sharpness will be everything.
But when you get to elite level, you can't get away with it. I don't think Daniel has the capability, strength in regards to talking to his dad or standing up to his dad or standing up to that setup. I don't think he has the strength to do that, and which is why it will always hold him back. You got to look. This is personal business, so I don't know the ins and outs of it. Caroline, she, as far as I know, she doesn't work with her dad. There must be a reason for that.
Adam Smith's assessment feels measured and realistic. He acknowledges Moses Itauma's immense talent, while also reminding everyone that greatness takes time. The idea that he could already challenge most heavyweights in the world at such a young age speaks volumes about his skill and maturity. Even if he is not yet at the very top, the gap is closing fast. Every performance adds to the belief that he belongs among the best. For a prospect to earn this kind of recognition so early is rare. The respect he commands from experts like Smith confirms that his rise is no illusion.
When is he ready? I think he could beat most heavyweights in the world, with the exception possibly of Usyk and maybe Dubois, possibly AJ. The top 3 or 4, he's not ready for them yet. Could he beat?
The stage is set for one of the biggest heavyweight battles of this new era. Moses Itauma, the young phenom who has taken the sport by storm, will face Daniel Dubois, the power puncher fighting to reclaim his pride and legacy. This is not just a test of skill, but of mindset and heart. If Dubois wins, he redeems himself and proves experience still rules the ring. But if Moses shocks the world, it will mark the beginning of a new generation in heavyweight boxing. Every eye will be on how the young lion handles the fire and whether the veteran can survive the storm. This fight has everything that makes boxing beautiful: raw emotion, power, and the hunger to be great. So who do you believe comes out on top when youth meets redemption? Let us know your take in the comments below.